Hey, good afternoon. Happy Friday, everyone. It's Friday evening. Welcome to Head to Head. Thanks for joining us on the show today. This is Scott.
And this is Chris.
Hope you guys are ready for the weekend. I know we're out here on the East Coast. We have a little bit of cold weather, a little bit of snow, and I think we're getting some more coming this weekend. But I'm not a weather guy because they have the best job in the world. They get things wrong all the time.
All the time.
And get to keep their job.
I like to be that guy.
Yeah, well, you could go to school for meteorology. That would work, go back to school for, I think it's a 2-year education.
Is that what it is?
Or it's a certificate, maybe.
I can tell you the weather right now. Do I need a certificate?
Is it cold?
It's a little bit chill, slight chill,
man.
wet. Yeah, I think we had snow a little while ago.
So.
But before we get this kicked off, I wanted to say happy birthday to a couple of our listeners.
All right.
Miss Star Dalton and Kristen Carlisle. So happy birthday from Head to Head.
There you go. Happy birthday, folks.
Happy birthday!
So,
that'll be a great weekend for them, hopefully.
speaking of birthday,
Okay.
before we came on, I poured you a little Bird Dog whiskey.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Let me try it. I'm going to try it right now.
Yeah, get on that. It's like
That smells like...
apple juice.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That's apple juice, brother.
You tricked me.
That's apple juice. No,
You tricked me.
No, to get you. Good
'Cause
luck.
last time you showed me something that tasted like apples, I drank 3 bottles of it on Christmas Eve.
You sure did, and you walked this out to the car, which is ridiculous.
Damn, that is delicious. I'm glad I didn't put that ginger ale in there because...
No, they messed it up.
Yeah, that'd be dumb.
Yeah, they messed it up. That's why I gave you a glass and I didn't just say, here, pour this in a can.
Yeah, I asked you for 1 finger length, and you
you said one finger.
I said 1 finger.
Yeah.
And you gave me a whole hand, basically.
Well, I didn't know how many fingers.
Yeah. You didn't say
What
which
finger?
You
They're all
didn't say
different.
which finger though.
Yeah, well, what finger? They're all different sizes.
That's good. Well, I do want to tell you. I mean, you do keep your whiskey cold, so I appreciate that because a
Well,
lot of people just keep it on top of the fridge or whatever, and I like mine straight into a glass, and it's cold.
Well, I got both. So I got the regular Jack number 7. That's a staple.
Yeah, you don't have to keep that cold because when people come over and you go, "Do you want Jack number 7? Do you want Bird Dog or do you want Gentleman's Jack?"
Well, see, I'm a Southern man by nature, so I gotta have whiskey. And when you come in, I offer you whiskey. So if I offer you Jack number 7, this is gonna give away my secret. That really means I'm only being decent to you,
Right.
because I feel I need to. But that doesn't necessarily mean I like you.
So if you offer me the Gentleman's or the Bird Dog, I'm all right.
Yeah, you're all right.
Okay, well that's good.
I actually let you go upstairs and take a shit in my bathroom, not downstairs because that's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, if it smells too bad, you gotta pause the TV and go outside for a little bit.
Well, we got we upscaled ourselves, double. We put the exhaust fans in there now.
Oh, upstairs. Well, I did see the new bathroom, man. It looks nice.
Yeah, we try.
That's good, man.
We try to do some things. But yeah, so going back to the whiskey, I have cold whiskey, and then I have the ones that are out.
So you call it chilled whiskey? Chilled.
Well, yeah, but I have that. But I also have the room temperature whiskey that's unopened, and they're in different parts of my house depending on where I'm at. Because I don't know, mood might strike me. I'm in the garage. I might have to grab the whiskey.
Yeah, I
I'm
get
on
you.
the other side of the kitchen, and as you can see, I have a real big kitchen. Said nobody ever. If I'm on the other side of the kitchen,
man.
and I don't want to reach in the refrigerator, the all 1 arm and a half length of it, then I get the warm whiskey.
There you go.
So it's all right there.
And you're drinking whiskey out of what here?
Well, this is a Pabst Blue Ribbon thing. Apparently not.
Classy ass motherfucker.
Well, this is what I heard about this. This is actually some upsetting news to me.
Okay.
Is that I heard, and I didn't do any fact checking on this. This whole fact checking. You got to fact check the president and fact check your neighbor and everybody else.
Right.
I didn't want to fact check this in case it is true, but I heard Pabst is going out.
Really?
Now you believe that? They've been in business since the mid 1800s.
You just told me it might not be true. What do you mean? Do I believe that?
Well, just even somebody saying, "Hey, Pabst is on its way out." That's ridiculous.
Well, because people don't drink that anymore. And can I call them millennials? They're just not drinking it. They don't understand the true value of cheap beer.
Listen, brother,
And
I'm gonna tell you,
it's not even that damn cheap.
it's not that cheap, but it's actually good.
Yeah.
It's actually good.
Yeah. Well, Joe, my stepdad, he drinks
Milwaukee Best.
the beach. That's water. Nah, that's hydration all the way through.
Well, that's that natty ice garbage.
That's that Navy stuff, man. They just drink water all day long.
Oh man.
So
That's good.
natty ice. Oh my god.
Imagine them days, the natty ice days.
No, never, dude.
No, but this whiskey here is just straight up apple juice.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It
Looks
is.
like you poured your stuff a little more though.
Oh.
You could drink this with a straw. Nobody would ever know.
I got a whole bottle there, Devil. You know how to get to my refrigerator. It's literally one arm length away from where I'm at.
Yeah,
so
the headphones would pull right out, though, and I'd be on the floor, and everything else would be done. I'd be shot.
So we got to let everybody know we're in our we're finally settled in. I know we've been doing a lot of stuff in Studio J, but now we're at La Casa.
Studio La Casa?
Yeah, Studio La Casa Whiskey.
All right.
You know?
Yeah, I
We'll
get
call
that.
it that.
I get that, man.
So what do you want to talk about today? I know we typically come on Friday. We talk about sports with Todd. We'll probably have a segment here shortly, in the next day or so about that. But
Yeah.
I know we want to
What do I
a
want?
little bit of health and fitness. We haven't gone down that route.
Yeah, well, let's kind of hit on that, man. I'm gonna go live on Instagram now too. We'll see what happens.
Is that
out
what
here.
you're gonna do? All right.
But let's see what happens here. No, I mean, for fitness wise, man, I change it up all the time. I spoke in the beginning of the year about doing 20 reps, 2 sets just for the month of January. I'm going to be honest, that lasted about 2 weeks. Whole reason why is that it's just boring, man. I don't feel challenged. So I went back to the old way, and I went back to powerlifting.
The 5x5s?
Well, I opened the 5x5 up. I opened the 5x5 application up, and then I changed it to 3x5. So 3 sets of 5 reps. I saved the body through some pain.
Okay.
So I pulled that up. I did that I did the second one. So I did workout A couple days ago, and then I did workout B last night, and I got all the way up. And this is not me bragging, but man, I do some ego lifts sometimes. And last night I tried for 525 on the squats, and I think I got 500 or 495 before.
495. I have that on
Yeah.
video. Actually, and the reason why I know that is
It's to depth, by the way.
to depth. No,
depth.
absolutely. You
So-
can find that on Scott Jelliman YouTube if you want to take a look at that. Because
Yeah, my whole 8 subscribers over there.
I actually felt like I did 495 plus whatever you weigh, because I just kind of went down with you, and in my mind I was like, if this motherfucker drops this weight, I am foot.
Yeah, you did
No, foot.
so 650 pounds you did.
I am Conor McGregor foot. Foot. No, truly. Because, but the reason why I know that is because actually I was talking to Howard last night, because he was at the gym. He's at powerlifting. For nobody that knows who he is, but he's a 60-year-old, a retired law enforcement, 60 years old, and he is still in the gym regularly, powerlifting. He started incorporating deadlifts. He was telling me last night, and I told him about your squats, so I ended up sending that video.
Last night you told him?
Yeah, true
okay.
story. I sent it to him. I sent it to him last night, so he could take a look at it. Yeah, so take a look at that. Scott Jelliman YouTube. Yeah, I sent it to him at 9:43 on January 17th, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, I found it. It was not too hard.
Yeah.
It was only been one time that we videoed.
All 6 videos I have on my personal YouTube channel.
Yeah. How are you making out with them subscribers, brother?
I got 8.
Oh, going on
I
my
have
2.
more fingers than I have subscribers.
Going on my 2. You know the thing about it?
One of them was me, brother.
Well, I appreciate that.
I don't know. The other ones, I don't know who, man. But good luck. That's awesome.
But whoever that one person is, there's a shout out to you.
Yeah, we appreciate you giving Mr. Chris Jackson here some YouTube time.
No, what's crazy is that, and I don't want to get off too much track here with the health and fitness and working out. That's important. But how do we have over 400 subscribers? And we appreciate every one of you, absolutely. But we have over 400 subscribers.
Yeah, I'm a little blown away. We appreciate that. We know we have a lot. So we're able to track on our website where we're getting IP addresses from, links, and we see it all over the world, all over the country and all over the world, from the Middle East to Asia, up through Canada, down to Argentina. I mean, that's mind-blowing, but we appreciate it. So hopefully it'll keep growing. We have a lot of views, and that's tooting our own horn. But also, we appreciate you guys letting us. That basically lets us know that we're doing something right out there, that we're actually getting some followers. Because I don't know 400 people in my life.
I know 6 people.
Okay.
6 of them.
6.
So there's 5 more outside of this room right now that I know, and then after that, I'm lost.
And you only have 2 YouTube subscribers yourself, but you know 6 people.
Yeah, well, 1 Jew. So
There
really,
you
I don't
go.
have one.
Gotta get those other 5 on board, man.
And truth be told, I don't even know who that one subscriber is.
I don't know, man.
I don't know how to check
It's the
that out.
magic,
Give a
man.
shout out.
I appreciate your shirt today too. Going back to lifting.
Oh yeah, come with me if you want to lift. or
That's the
whatever.
original Arnold shirt. He
Well,
created that.
Yeah, there's only one Arnold.
But yeah, I went back to 5x5s, 3x5s to be exact. So I did a little bit of powerlifting. I'm not going to start at the same weight I was, even though yesterday I did an ego lift on my squat. I'm going to drop all my weight back down.
Okay.
And I mean, I'll be honest with you. Wants me to do one set of 5 reps of deadlift. I only did 250 pounds. So that's where I was at with that one. And then that's not bad at all. So hopefully, maybe I'll get back up to a 500-pound deadlift. Maybe I'll feel that coming along. I don't know. Where are you at with your lifting this time of year? Or you kind of dropped off for you?
I'm not doing the powerlifting right now. I mean, I guess when you do deadlifts, I guess that's considered.
I saw 450 pounds out there.
435 deadlift.
All right.
But that's just getting back into it. Trying to just work on the form, and more so it's that ego lift, because I haven't done deadlift since September.
Right.
When we were really hitting it hard. But yeah, no, I'm just doing more of the pull-ups, push-ups.
You're still sticking with it? So you're doing good. So my goal is gone, but you're still doing yours.
Yeah, because, I find that I need to, I don't know, man. I get bored real easy in the gym, and the pull-ups and the push-ups is kind of still fresh to me.
Okay.
The weights, listen, it is what it is, but I find the other day, for instance, I was doing chest. But instead of doing incline and flat bench, I'm just doing one, early in the week I'll do a flat bench, and then the next, couple days later or whatever, 3-4 days later, I'll do incline. But in between all that, I'm warming up with pull-ups, push-ups. So my body is already warm.
Right.
So the days of doing 10 reps of, 135.
Right.
To quote unquote warm up, that's gone.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When we started lifting together about a year ago, your 135 was not challenging to you, but it was a weight. It was a weight to you. Now it's literally stretching.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so you've come a long way, man.
Well, I'm just a fan.
Not that you weren't strong, but you changed your rhythm, and you've come a long way.
Well,
I mean, your bench is like when you're doing 225 incline for reps. I mean, that's
you learn technique.
So
it's technique.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. My point of the whole thing right there is I don't want to blow my load, so to speak, and do 10 reps on 135. So I'm quote unquote warmed up because everybody else does 135 to warm up, and
right.
And then I put 225 on it, and then that's. I hit it and I'm done, and do 10 reps at 225, which there's time and place to do 10 reps at 225. I'm not knocking that at all. We've done that. We've done that pretty consistently. Not that we're anybody special, but I'm just saying we've done that. But for me, I want to get that one good lift. So I'll do the pull-ups, the push-ups. That warms my body up. It gets me motivated, gets my mind right. I'm not on an off day where weight's going to drop on me because I can't get it. I'm literally doing a pull-up and a push-up. I mean, that's but it's doing just as much, if not more,
right,
than doing 135 push bench press.
Right.
So then what I do is I'll go right into 225 because it's already on the bar. I'll do 3 to 5.
Your warm-up's 225 now.
Yeah, just do 3 to 5, depending on how I feel.
Right.
And if I know that I want to try to hit a number, then maybe I'll only do it 3 times. I take my break, get my breather. So I'm kind of doing like a kind of a cross of powerlifting meets calisthenics.
All right, power aesthetics.
I mean, if that's a thing.
It is now, brother. Christology and power aesthetics. Buy into it, folks.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your donations today.
Yeah, you can make your donations anywhere. Anywhere. Really.
Yeah, anywhere. You just send them on over.
You send the money right over.
I like it, man.
Or the Snickers bars. I'll take Snickers bars.
How'd you make out at the VA, man? So tell us.
I wasn't here, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that you ran that episode with Anthony, Mr. Moore.
Yep, Mr. Moore.
So I read that, listened to it. You guys did a great job back and forth, really explaining security of the emails and stuff. So I appreciate that.
Did you know all that before that?
I had no idea.
I didn't either.
I had zero idea.
Well, I even told him when I read his website for the first time, I was like, I have no clue what you're doing.
Zero.
And then I went in and I read his blog on his website, and at that point, I understood what he was trying to do. We even got into the fact because he already knew I was going to ask about subpoenas and then ISIS and any other terrorist organization. Because at some point, when you're able to hide information, what's hidden in there, right? So, I get it. Everybody has the right to privacy, but
Well, how about that ISIS? I know we're
yeah,
just
how
talking
about those guys these days, huh? What are they doing?
Well, how about that? Vice President Mike Pence says they're defeated, but then they take credit for the Syria attack.
Oh yeah, just the other day, right? We lost two troops.
Yeah, now a couple hours.
God bless
before,
them.
A couple hours before that, so, I'm actually kind of confused.
Yeah.
I'm confused by the tactics there, and but yeah, that's how the VA thing was. Think about rushing, hurry up to wait,
Right.
but then nothing. Like I but I drove all the way down to Philly
Right. That's about 35, 45 minutes without traffic.
without traffic. So it was an hour and 20 minutes from my house
Right.
because there was traffic. And I got there, signed in, and I was 7 minutes so-called late.
15 minutes prior to 15 minutes prior, but never late.
So it was I wasn't there 15 minutes prior, 8:45. They wanted me there by 9. Got there at 9:07. I had the forms and everything filled out. And here's the kicker. There was people still sitting there that were going to get the forms that they were supposed to fill out to then start filling the forms out. And these forms are about 4 or 5 pages long. And they want your employment history and all that stuff.
Wow.
And it tells you on the...
You think that takes longer than 7 minutes to fill out?
Well, here's the deal, brother. They want your employment background. They want all this other stuff. So, yes, I think it takes longer than 7 minutes.
So they okey-doked you.
Mine was already done. And when I went to sign on, they said, no, I was too late. They had just begun.
That's silly.
And I said, what? Not, and I didn't want to throw anybody on the bus, but I said, I saw a couple
But there's
people.
20 other people sitting there. You're going...
Yeah, I mean, you
Really?
like they're waiting on those 20 people that were early. Okay, and I put the quotation marks on early. They were waiting around for the 2 or 3 people that still had to fill out the form, even though on the piece of paper it says, "Have this form completed before you get here."
Right.
So then you turn. So, long story short, I drove an hour and a half there to get turned around.
You think it's because you're white?
I think it's because I'm a devil dog, right?
There you go,
Nah,
man.
I don't
No, I'm
know
just
about all
teasing,
that, but-
man.
No, but I made the best of it. I went
Yeah.
down to the Reading Terminal, had a nice, delicious breakfast.
Yeah, you were telling me, man. I love that place.
Yeah, banana pancake, a Dutch country place, right down Reading Terminal. And for those
Okay.
that don't know about Reading Terminal, it's one of the oldest, if not, I believe it is the oldest market in the country.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Wow. I didn't even know that.
yeah, it's been there forever.
Wow. At least since 1775.
Or at least, yeah, they got that.
Had to
going
be.
They had that going for them.
So you're saying the original Marines went down there for a snack?
Maybe they were the ones that built it.
No, we don't build things, dude. We blow it up.
No. Well, then guess what?
So what'd you get? You got some banana pancakes?
Yeah, so I had the banana
Did you get
pancakes.
chocolate milk, or what'd you get?
I had orange juice.
All right.
I went the orange juice route.
That's all right.
Because here's the deal, brother. I already had my coffee in the morning. If I'd had coffee then when I got there, then there would have been a problem because it's an hour and a half drive back.
Right.
By the time I got my car, it's another half hour. So you're looking at a 2-hour commute. And I got warm
Yeah, yeah.
coffee sitting on the stomach with banana pancakes.
So wise men think ahead, brother.
I mean, that's a Mako paint job waiting to happen.
Oh, man.
Yeah, brother. So, but yeah. So that was my what was that,
So
Wednesday?
you basically got to go back down there then.
Yeah, I gotta head back down there.
Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that, man. So typical VA
Yeah.
incident that we talk about all the time, and here it is happening. I sent you something earlier, too. I don't know if you saw it. It was a lineage, so to speak, or a quantitative chart of government employees. So it had everybody from the EPA down to the Commerce, to the Smithsonian, to Labor, to Treasury, Interior, White House, Institute of Health, Energy, Human Services, the DEA, Transportation, something else, Justice Department, Homeland Security, and all the way at the bottom, if you didn't see this, it says Veterans Affairs. So there's a little chart that came out. It said, let the swamp drain itself. In 4 days, the federal government can begin a reduction in force, and lay off employees with no guarantee of being rehired. So I'm looking at this chart, and I'll post it on our Instagram. And I don't know how true it is because it's on the internet, so you got to
Right.
take it with a grain of salt. But let's say this is completely 100% on point. You're telling me that the VA has the least amount of individuals. They have 4% of the government workforce. Whereas you're looking at like the Commerce has 87. EPA is even higher than that.
Well, EPA is on the top of the list.
It is. And I'm telling you right now, man, like that is something that blew my mind. Reason being is that we have so many problems down there at the VA. And I hate to bring it up again because everybody knows I'm beating a dead horse when I say this, but we have so many problems down there at the VA. But then you see a chart like this, and it really makes you think like this just underpowered, understaffed, undermanned.
Yeah, correct.
So, but if I want to go work for the EPA, I can't get a job because personally, me, I don't have a degree.
Right.
If I want to go work for the VA, there's not enough jobs there.
Right.
So I feel for these people that are out of work, and I would never want to see anybody lose all their jobs and drain that. I get why though, because they're working on a temporary workforce now, like a skeleton crew, basically throughout the government, and they're still running. And I think there's something like, whatever it is, 45% of the people that really don't need.
Wow.
So I don't know what your thoughts on that. And I sent you that other video too, where the girl was all bound up in bondage and she was running on the treadmill, but that's off to a different side.
Yeah, that's one of the employees of the EPA.
I don't even get that, man. Like, the things pop up on the internet. No, this girl's bounded with her hands behind her back, face is all muffled. She's in a full bondage suit, and she's being hung from the ceiling by her back. And somebody puts a treadmill underneath her, and she's got to run on this damn thing. I just don't get it, brother. Like, I don't know if that's pleasure, purpose, or they were like, yeah, we're gonna have a great time tonight, and they just did mockery of her so that.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. There's nothing pleasurable about running. First of all,
Yeah, but you're putting.
and then you're putting me in bondage to
all
do
that?
it too.
Oh man.
What am I, a hamster? Well, I am a
Hamsters,
hamster. Well,
now listen, hamsters wouldn't even do that. They'd
No.
be like, no, come on off the wheel. We need to get this done. Watch
Oh.
out for the wood chips. They hurt.
speaking of hamsters, what about that other thing that you sent me?
Which one?
Well, I'm gonna let our listeners decide who the hamster is on this one because I'm not gonna take a side here.
All right, let's do it.
But you sent me something here by the real Donald Trump or President Donald Trump.
Okay.
And they're doing this little back and forth, right? They're who's on first or whatever the hell
Yeah.
these people are doing between the president, Speaker of the House, Chuck Schumer, and whoever else wants to jump on the bandwagon. So
Right.
the one was. Mr. President, because of the shutdown, you're not going to do the State of the Union address. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
So then his rebuttal is, well, because of the shutdown, you're not going to take that trip.
Oh yeah, to right, Air Force One over to.
Yeah,
And I sent
Brussels, Egypt, and Afghanistan.
Yeah. And I sent you the thing, didn't I send it to you?
Yeah, the letter. Yeah.
Nah, I'll show you this right now. I didn't have it, but it's a that guy who commercials was like, oh, you almost had it. You almost had it.
Oh yeah, you did send that
Yeah,
to me.
and it's got what's his name? I forget his name, but it's got him holding the Air Force One.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, you almost had it. You almost had it.
I'll tell you what, man. We're talking about people that are either working without getting paid, or we're talking about people that are getting laid off because of the shutdown. We're talking about not being able to go see the statue or the Liberty Bell because nobody's there. You can't take your family on vacation because of that. See that kind of stuff. And all that's important. And then you got these two idiots, and I'm gonna say it.
No, let's have it.
I mean, listen, brothers. You know where I stand with the president. I feel like, hey, listen. At the end of the day, he won. Call him Mr. President. And in 2 years, you have 2 years from this point on to educate yourself, and then when it's time to vote again, hopefully you make the educated decision whether you want to keep him as president or you want to move on to somebody else.
Hopefully, the right people make the educated decision.
Well, everybody should educate themselves.
Right.
They really should educate themselves about what it's going to not only do for you specifically based off of your nationality, your religion, your race, your sexuality, what gender you are, or some cases aren't. Yeah. And I get that's all important individually, but we need to think about educating ourselves so we can be a better country. So whether that's keeping him in or getting him out, that's let's have that educated conversation and make those educated decisions. But I'm telling you right now, these two idiots, and I'm gonna call them idiots now, because the back and forth rhetoric of, well, you can't do this, so I'm not gonna let you do that. I mean, that's a joke.
I agree.
I mean, it really is a joke. It's funny to see that, like, okay, he wrote a letter, and it makes sense. You know, we're not going to pay you to go to Egypt and Afghanistan and all that stuff. The problem I have with that is, just as I say, you call her you call him Mr. President, you got to call her Mrs. Speaker of the House, right?
Yeah.
So she has a job to do. If her job is to go over there, Madam Speaker, right? So if she has a job to do, she probably needs to get the job done, right? Now,
She doesn't have to fly on his airplane, though.
well, that's just it, right? So, I guess the point of this is, instead of worrying about planes, trains, and automobiles and how you're getting there, or going to Puerto Rico to have they called it a meeting.
Conference?
A conference,
Yep.
right? But they were all on the beach in their Speedex and...
Speedex. The Speedos?
Speedos and Speedexes,
Speedex.
yeah.
That's
Well,
like-
because you had
That's
the
the
spandex.
fastest. That's the fastest FedEx worker ever. They call him Speedex.
All right.
Go ahead. So
Are they hiring?
Everybody's hiring today, man.
But,
Even the government. Didn't you tell me that?
well, I just think it's, they are. But I just...
19,000, something like that.
Yeah, I saw
Federal
19,000 for the Postal Service alone. But
That's crazy, man. Go
So-
for it, folks.
But I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, the tit for tat nonsense between everybody is just, it's actually, it actually bothers the shit out of me. It's funny, it's cute. If you're a Democrat, you're like, Pelosi got one on the president. But then if you're a Republican, you're like, Trump got her back. Like, that's all fun and well in games, but you still got people not getting paid now. And now it's moved into 20 X amount of days. Like, that's just stupid.
Last year.
That's piss poor.
since last
No, that's piss poor.
No, I get it.
No, it's piss poor because there needs to be something in place moving forward that this doesn't happen again.
Well,
There needs to be like
what if he just writes the executive order for national state of security emergency, whatever it is?
Yeah, but then he sets the presidents, right?
Yeah.
That you can just do that
Right.
whenever you want.
And that was a big thing that the media was griping about with Obama, that he would just do the executive order.
Right.
Not that all the presidents before him didn't do hundreds of executive orders,
Right.
but they were griping about it. So
Correct.
yeah, I get it. But listen,
they need to just literally put aside funding for
but
this.
it's a drop in the bucket
Well,
for
it
the
is.
country. It's like, it's not even about the money deep down. It's just pettiness.
Brother, listen, I do a lot of reading. Maybe you know.
You think there's sexual tension there between Trump and...
Well, get it out.
I mean, just like...
Let Milani, video it or put it on YouTube
Yeah.
or something. At this point in life, that's where we're at.
I mean, just do it. Like, what's the difference,
But why don't we just have that? Why don't we just have that going?
Yeah.
Like why don't we just have? Why do we need the government to be open to pay these people? It's direct deposit, right?
Yeah, I know.
Should be automatic.
And the money's just sitting there gaining interest. Well, the money's held by the Federal Reserve, which is a private organization anyway.
Well, here's the deal.
That's what I mean. It's gaining interest.
Well, so here's the deal, right? So there's always a reason for something, right? So maybe that's the reason. Let's have this huge shutdown so we can gain some interest and then pull that money. But you're going to do it on the backs of these Americans that are working.
Wow.
And that's
Well, who was it the other day? Was saying they were saying the TSA. Not that I condone this, and this person that said it did not condone it either. But they were saying, what if the TSA just did a walkout? That it would abruptly manipulate the whole system and cause huge problems.
Well, we go back to before 9/11, right?
Well, I mean, nobody would fly because there'd be no security in place due to the standard.
People would still fly.
You think so?
Yeah,
Standard operating procedure for the airport and the federal guidelines?
Yeah, people would still fly. They'd want to fly. Listen, brother, until it affects you personally, people tend to not care.
Right.
Right? So you get in an airport and you fly. It's only when the airplane needs to get filled up in gas or the brakes go down and we're sitting in Chicago for 7 days. That's when we're like, well, I'll never fly again. But you'll fly again. Like, you're going to go to Orlando, you're going to go wherever you're going to go. You're going to fly again.
Right.
Because it inconvenienced you. I think it's more on we're a society now of convenience. So when it inconveniences you, that's when the country goes crazy.
Right.
Security, we can't even have conversations about security in this country right now in 2019.
No, we can't.
That's why we're here, right? So, no, I don't think. I think if TSA walked out, with all due respect to TSA and what they do, people would still want to fly. And they'd actually be pissed off if they shut down airports.
Well, then they would end up what they do in some airports. They privatize it, and then privatization actually. Heed my words, brother. It actually produces. I'm gonna be double negative here. Produces more productivity from the workers because they're actually getting paid more and they're not secure in their job, so they actually want to work harder.
Correct.
For the actual
That
organization.
makes sense.
So I'm just saying it's been time and time again. Anything, even corrections officers, jails that are privatized, have been proven to show a higher number of better work personnel, better retention, and everything in between. Because you have to show up to keep your job. I mean, not in the federal government that you don't have to show up, but the chances are that you have a better chance of keeping your job based on certain things because you. I don't know how to put this. I'm kind of losing my track, but you have a better chance of keeping your job because it's more loosely followed. I guess is the best way to put it.
Sure.
If that makes sense at all.
A little bit.
All right. Well,
No, no.
every now and then, this Bird Dog whiskey hits and I just go dumb.
No, that's okay.
So.
That's okay. Well, you're not. I thought maybe you were nursing it, but you're not nursing it. You're doing all right with
No, I'm like, I had a sip.
Some of that
So, what do you know the games this weekend? We'll just go ahead.
So we got the Chiefs and the Patriots. We
Okay.
got Andy Reid's finally. He's one game away from getting back to the Super Bowl, which Philadelphia Eagle fans know. He made it to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, and they ultimately lost that one. So it's Andy Reid's chance to get back into the Super Bowl. But here's the kicker: he's got to play Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the Patriots to get there. So he's got to go through the Patriots to get to the Super Bowl. Same team that beat him years and years ago. Same two guys. So that's an interesting matchup with a young stud quarterback and Patrick Mahomes out there with the Chiefs. They're rolling red hot. And then on the other side of the coin, we got the Saints and Drew Brees, Sean McVay, with going up against the Rams, young team in the Rams that could actually upset the Saints here and get to the Super Bowl, which would be kind of a nice thing. So if you're looking for the older blood, we'll say, you're probably rooting for the Saints to beat the Rams, and you probably would like to see him play Tom Brady and the Patriots, although a lot of people who are not Patriots fans are saying, I'm tired of seeing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. But you'd see two of the greats in Breeze and Brady get it on in the Super Bowl. But if you're like me, I think you'd like to see some of the young stallions get in there, Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff, and see the Rams and the Chiefs. So yeah, those are the games that are coming on. I think they're both on Sunday. I didn't really check on that.
Okay.
That's more Todd's forte. But those are the games. You have any thoughts about that foosball?
Do I have any thoughts about it? I think it's going to be on Sunday.
That's good.
I mean, that's about it for me, brother.
You gonna tune in or?
Nah, probably not.
That boy.
Yeah.
You gonna watch a little Netflix?
Probably.
What you got on?
I don't know, man. There's so much stuff out there right now. And I just subscribed to Showtime, so I'm going to see what's on that.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah. I used to watch the show Billions on there. I think it's still on there.
Is Ray Donovan on Showtime?
I have no idea.
Jump on that if that is.
Yeah.
If Ray Donovan is on Showtime, you need to get on that. That's that Liv Schneider.
Okay.
He's that show. You'll high five me if you start watching that show. No, that's a great show. But I say that and I stop watching it because we don't have Showtime.
Well, listen, man, you got to pay the $9 a month.
Is that what it is?
Well, I got the Sling TV, so everything's like a la carte. So if I don't want Showtime next month, I just cancel it.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, and I only pay prorated, so I think I paid $3 till now at the end of the month. So if I don't want it, I don't need to have it.
So I picked up the Roku stick.
Right.
And they got a lot of the free apps, but here's my question. So we pay X amount of dollars for cable.
Right.
Right, and you get 4 or 5, let's call it 8 channels that you actually watch, and the rest of it's all garbage.
Right.
Okay, and HD and all that stuff. It's just it's garbage. But you still have to have internet with the Roku or with a Sling, right? You still have to have internet.
Yeah, you still have internet.
Okay.
So we pay $65 a month for the highest speed internet that
Okay.
Fios offers. Yeah, Fios.
Okay, so you got $65, and then for
Right.
every app, it's another $10.
No. So it's like I think Sling is like $25 for like the regular channels, and everything else in between, maybe like 50 channels.
All right.
And then if you want to,
So you're at $90 there.
yeah, and then if I want like HBO or whatever it is, it's like $5-10 a month. So I think we pay like $40 a month for everything.
So I have to ask the missus, but I think we're right in that ballpark anyway. We're just cable.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, but I mean, for us, I can watch my TV. I mean, you can probably do it too on any device.
Okay.
I can stream it to Chromecast, do wherever I'm at. So,
It's like anything, man. Once you pull that plug, man.
The reason we didn't want cable is because we had an $85 bill for 7 years, me and the missus, and then they wanted to up it to like $195 just one day randomly.
They got you.
They tried to get us, and Joanna slapped
That's a hell
her
of a
hand.
jump.
Yeah, she just slapped her hand and was like, "We're not doing that. We'll keep the internet. Adios." We went because when we first got together, we went like 2 years without cable, and we just had internet. So it doesn't phase us.
Yeah,
For as much Netflix and stuff that I watch, I don't watch the news. You know that.
Yeah.
I follow Yahoo or whatever else pops up, but I don't watch the news.
Yeah. Well, Yahoo's probably incredible.
Yeah, but they get me sometimes with the headlines, and then I got to read the article, and it's completely opposite.
Correct.
So
Well, that's what I mean.
clickbait, whatever they call
Yeah,
it.
they got you.
But well, folks, we're gonna wrap it up today. We appreciate it. Appreciate you guys listening to us. Enjoy the weekend ahead. Visit us at www.headtoheadpodcast.com. Please visit us on YouTube if you need to. We're on 9 platforms, including YouTube, so reach out and give us a ring, send us a text. We've had some really nice feedback and just some good hellos, and we appreciate the conversations. Phone number for us is 267-684-5501.
Yeah, and take a look at that website there. You can go on our schedule. February is shaping up to be a monster thing on our program. We have Rachel Breitag. She's out in Hollywood. She's going to join us February 6th. We got Miss Jo.
Standing.
Yep, she's going to be jumping on with us the following week. We got Miss Charlotte Finn, our Canadian, we'll call her firearms expert, but she's out in Canada. She's going to jump on with us. I'm actually in the process right now of going back and forth with her here, so when she listens to this, she knows that me and her are already communicating here on LinkedIn. But you can find us on LinkedIn, but definitely get us on the schedule. Take a look at it. We're coming back up with Adam Bratz. He's going to come on with us next, I believe it's Monday, actually. He's going to come on.
Do a little rant.
He's going to do a little rant. He's going to let us know what's going on in his
I
type
need
of the
to
work.
find out how that guy got so jacked, what he eats,
He's probably
and what he doesn't eat.
He's probably eating that MRE stuff, brother.
He's not eating that, brother. He's probably eating chicken and rice every day, 3 times a day. And then on top of that, he's eating steak and potatoes. Like I should be. But I'm not, because I'm lazy.
Okay. So yeah, so the next 2 weeks here in January, we got a packed schedule. We're doing an interview with one of our active duty Navy personnel. James is going to join us on Monday. Kind of different little thing, but we try to be flexible here on Head to Head. And Adam's going to join us at around 3 for a nice rant. We're just packed out with different guests and things. So check that out on our schedule. February is shaping out to be somewhat of a woman's empowerment thing going on here at Head to Head. A lot of women who are doing things productive and positive to help out their local communities and their particular market space, whether it's firearms safety and things of that nature, law enforcement, military. They're going to be joining us as well in February, and I think we're gonna have some. We're gonna have Miss Karen Hunter
Yeah, we
back
got a
in
little
March.
little return guest coming on too here in March.
Oh, so she's going to come back on in March, so I'm looking forward to that. I know I had the conversation with her a month ago, so now you get to join.
Nah, it's not a month ago. It's like 3 months.
2 months ago already?
Yeah, man. It's been a while.
Wow.
November time frame.
Get out of here.
Yeah, man.
That's good
Time's
stuff.
flying.
Well, when you're having fun, right?
Yeah.
So,
And I think we're attending a podcast seminar. We're going to be speaking down there in August in Orlando.
yeah, we just got an invite to go down. What's it called? It's basically a podcast movement is what it's kind of what it's branded. But basically, what it is, it's a summit with a lot of different podcasts from around the country are going down to Orlando out in August, and we've been asked to come on board and speak, which is going to be that's actually mind blowing, and it's an honor to even be associated with that, much less be asked to do any kind of speaking at all to anybody, because we're nobodies. I mean, that's
Yeah, we didn't even know it was this flying up this big, popping off this much. So we appreciate it, folks.
Yeah, and it's all due to you guys. And for all of you that are stationed overseas, be safe, be well. obviously have your family in your hearts and stuff, but keep yourself in your mind. Make sure you do the right things over there, but more importantly, get home to us as soon as possible. Anything else, Scott?
Nah, God bless, guys. Enjoy the day ahead. Enjoy the weekend.
Take care, boys.